And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Shaq, you know a guy I really like talking about, and I love watching his development as a player, is DeMar DeRozan, one of the most improved guys out there, a first-time All-Star. His game just keeps on getting better and better.
And you can tell, Ernie, that this guy works in the offseason. You know, he studied film of Kobe Bryant and D. Wade. He's improved as a ball handler and a decision-maker in the pick and roll. This kid, sky is the limit for this kid, Ernie.
He is something to see. And here's a guy who's somebody to hear. Kevin Harlan standing by courtside with the play-by-play. Kevin.
And now, tonight's starting lineup. At power forward, at 6'9", number 6, Terrence Jones. At guard, number 2, Patrick Beverly. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. Manning the middle, standing 6'11", number 12, Dwight Howard. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden. Kevin McHale is the head coach for your home team.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Raptors in this one. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets playing here in Houston. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Tip-off goes to Houston. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. Can't hit. And Toronto will come the other way.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Raptors on defense. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Dwayne Casey. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
Here's Beverly, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Clock is at 3. It's Harden with the drive, and the shot is good. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Ross sets a screen for Lowry. On the wing, DeRozan. Ross in the corner. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Ross has got his first basket.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harden dishes to Howard. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Some solid defense from Johnson. And the Raptors with the ball. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. He feeds it to Ross. Here's Valanciunas. And nothing but hair on that one. The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. And Toronto has possession following the score by Houston. And DeRozan. Here we go. That's good.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Left side, Lowry. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry. But make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Lowry setting the pick for DeRozan.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well want it if you got it, Clark.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the first. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. For the Rockets, Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones, for James Harden. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. A new group in now for the Raptors. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Amir Johnson. Williams, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. Now, here's Patterson. Williams kicks to Patterson. Misses the 3.
Dwight Howard, 3-time former Defensive Player of the Year, still a dominant defensive presence with his size and athleticism, and of course a big-time presence on the glass.
Here is Howard. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 6 to shoot. Cannon gets to Ariza. Lets the 3 fly. Goes back up and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, this is an area of concern for this club. They only shot 71% from the line last year.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
He misses the free throw. And Dwight Howard, not only a rim protector, but a rim deterrent.
You know, that reputation he has really does cause players to think twice about trying to go up and over Dwight Howard.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
Here's Kanan, guarded by Vasquez. The feed now to Daniels. Howard with a screen on DeRozan, and it's Ariza in the corner. He dishes it to Daniels. The three-pointer is right on target. Daniels has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors trail by 9. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vasquez. Hansbrough, the pass to Vasquez. Patterson dishes to Vasquez. Trying to find Hansbrough, gets it to him, and he gets it to go.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And that does it for the first quarter. Houston on top, up by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Raptors trail by 7. Jeff Adrian is out there with Harden. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then it's Jones. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And that's now 8 points for DeMar DeRozan. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
You know, the Toronto Raptors found themselves in an interesting position last season. The new front office. They were looking to hit the reset button, and so they trade away Rudy Gay and Andrea Bargnani, and the team actually played better than ever.
Deflects the pass. Here is Daniels, guarded by Vasquez. Harden has a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Harden's got 10 points. And for the Raptors, they would have loved to have drafted hometown prospect Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, especially with the Raptors' history of losing their star players, whether Vince Carter or Chris Bosh. He's a player who wanted to play for the Raptors, but, you know, the odds were always against that. In the end, I mean, you know, they did what they were supposed to do, and that's win games.
And DeRozan, here we go. Shot clock at 2. Patterson, that's good.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Kanan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. It's off his foot. And the official's saying it was kicked. Johnson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Patrick Beverley comes in for Isaiah Cannon. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hansbrough. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Terrence Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Lou Williams. The Rockets with another miss. Raptors trail by 6. Lowry kicks to Ross. Back to Lowry. Pass to Ross. Now the dish to Vasquez. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Vasquez. Lowry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Rivas Vasquez throughout his career has been more of a passer than a scorer, but last season the highest scoring rate of his career, and he's improved his three-point shot every season up to almost 38% last year.
Now here's Jones. It's Harden with the drive. Puts up the baby hook and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Terrence Jones. 1 shot.
That one misses for Jones. And Vasquez growing as a shooter. He'd always been more than solid at the free throw line.
Yeah, and even there, a career-high 88% last season, partner. You throw in his floater in the lane, a nice in-between game. You've got to like the way he's developing offensively.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Kyle Lowry was a hot name in free agency, but he opted to remain with the Raptors, signing a 4-year, $48 million contract. As Kyle said, you don't get many opportunities to have a team you can call your own. Guys, after playing as a backup for most of his 9-year career, Lowry is excited to have that lead role.
He had to work to become a star player. It's great to see, Doris. Thanks. Toronto calls timeout.
Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis. And in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
Johnson outside. Passes it to Valanciunas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with the 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
Howard's checked in for Houston. Valanciunas hits them both.
Making the playoffs was a goal the Raptors have been working towards for a long time, and last year they were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2008.
Now here's Beverly. Feeds to Harden. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. And stolen by Howard. Harden the pass to Howard. Houston moving the ball around. Vasquez with it. Working on Jones. And here's Lowry. He's got 6. From 12 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Long drought came to a close last year, Clark, for Toronto. It wasn't a long ride in the playoffs, but the Raptors sure provided some excitement.
Well, that Game 7 loss to the Nets, Kevin, broke some hearts, but that's just a young team losing to a veteran team. That always serves you well when you're looking to become more competitive, and ultimately the Raptors benefit from that type of experience.
Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Johnson. Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Beverly kicks to Johnson. Dishes it to Harden. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
The drive by Lowry. That's good.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Harden against Ross. Johnson dishes to Harden. Here's Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Beverly's got his second bucket of the night.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The drive by Lowry. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Kicks it to Vasquez. Ross on the wing. This one for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
There's the pass to Harden. He kicks it to Beverly. Johnson outside. Back to Harden. Lets it go from deep. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Rockets lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving what they have.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Raptors trail by 5.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Here's Beverly after the Raptors pick up 2. He feeds it to Harden. Jones kicks to Harden. He dishes it to Ariza. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. And the jumper is good. Ariza's got 5 points so far.
And you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and one plays on their fast breaks. And that's an extra bonus there.
For the finish, rips down the breakaway slam. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Now here is Lowry. 8 points for him. DeRozan's shot is good. Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes. Makes converting those fast breaks a lot easier.
Here's Beverly following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Ariza goes in. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ariza's got 4 points this quarter.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Toronto calls timeout. Trevor Ariza last season with perhaps the best campaign, Steve, of his 10-year career.
Yeah, he played starters minutes, shot a career-high three-point percentage. I think a lot of it, Kevin, was just the combination of playing with good bigs and then also John Wall's emergence as a great point guard. Ariza had a lot of open looks last year.
Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. And Toronto also making a switch. Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Now here's Ross. He's covered closely to the wing right side. Patterson dishes to Ross. And that one's good. Ross has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you could say that Ariza was in a contract year looking for a new contract, playing for a new contract, but he's upped his three-point percentage for 3 straight seasons. It seems he's put in the work to really solidify that part of his game.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Raptors getting the bucket. Harden inside the three-point line, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
DeRozan passes to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. The feed to Ross. Pass to DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Again, Toronto.
And Ariza has always been great shooting threes from the corners, but he's diversified a bit. Last season, the highest total of three-point makes in his career.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 13. Ariza kicks to Harden. Houston needs to get a shot from outside the arc. Harden missing again. Raptors trail by 3. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
Shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, and really a nice pace to their offense.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. For the Rockets, Daniels, he's checked in for Harden. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the Raptors, Hansbrough comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Williams in for Terrence Ross. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. There's the dish to Daniels. Passes it to Cannon. Here's Adrian. Hansbrough defending. Just 4 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you've got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he can't get the first one. Boy, the Rockets came out smelling like a rose, didn't they? Bringing in Howard, but some luck along the way, too. You remember the Chris Paul Lakers trade that was vetoed, and Steve, the Rockets would have gotten Pau Gasol in the deal.
And then not Dwight Howard because they wouldn't have had the cap room to absorb him. So, you know, they're probably glad that in hindsight that deal fell through because Dwight Howard, the younger and more talented player, when you think about his comparison to Gasol.
For years, the Raptors had been a doormat for a lot of teams out west. an easy win, but last year they were one of the best teams in the East when it came to playing against the West.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 12. Feeds it to Hansbrough for the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one. Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Raptors were one of just a few Eastern teams to go over 500 against the Western Conference when they went head-to-head.
Yeah, I think it had to do with the Raptors' ability to get hot. You know, when this team is hitting their shots, they can compete with anybody, and there really isn't much an opponent can do about it.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Jones checked in for the Rockets. And Toronto also making a switch. Vasquez, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be accurate.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Now here's Ariza. He has 7 on the wing. Daniels. Ariza goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ariza's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
50 seconds left to play in the third. Here's DeRozan. Here's Hansbrough. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Ariza outside. The trade. Here's Jones. Pass to Ariza. Dishes it to Daniels. Kicks it to Cannon. And there's the pass to Ariza. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. He kicks to Cannon. He feeds it to Daniels. He dishes it to Cannon. And another shot. The shot is off. Williams with a clean look. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 4 assists in the game. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Toronto ahead, up by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're almost seeing more of that, aren't we? Well, the guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
The Rockets trail. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Then it's Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Baseline J on the way. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got 3 assists tonight. Toronto's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Now Williams outside DeRozan. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Beverley. DeRozan defending. Harden dishes to Daniels. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Bart.
And it's DeRozan missing.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go around.
It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in.
In for the Raptors, Kyle Lowry.
Raptors on defense, trailing by 4. Harden outside, and there's the feed to Howard. Shot left block, count the bucket.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting the ball with incredible accuracy, 68% so far. And he lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Daniels passes to Harden. And Beverly kicks to Howard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and with all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
The new front office starting last season for the Toronto Raptors, and it seemed the roster of the team was going to be subject to some changes as well as the team shed some of the big money players who hadn't been able to lead this squad to many wins in the past, and now they're looking to a promising future.
Here's Beverly. Jones with the screen on Lowry. Beverly dishes to Jones. It's Ariza on the wing. Pass to Beverly. Houston moving it around. From down low. Howard, good. Howard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Toronto calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
12 seconds of the shot.
Harden against Ross. Passes it to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Again, Toronto.
He's going to have to be much more effective to stay on the floor and to keep his team in the game here in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Beverly. Now recovering. And Beverly kicks to Jones. The dish now to Beverly. Feeds it to Ariza. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
It's been a nice game for Ariza. He has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza. Ariza hits them both. Here is Lowry. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ariza kicks to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Ross with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Ross passes to Lowry. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Beverly dishes to Harden. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Here's Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 13 points for Howard.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Toronto calls timeout. DeRozan against Ariza. It's DeRozan with the drive. That drops. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're up by 6. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. .153 left in the fourth quarter. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Jones. From the baseline. And Houston again with the bucket. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Ross. Dishes it to DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
You know, that mid-range jump shot may be an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Harden the pass to Howard. Good. Howard's got 13 points in the second half.
With every shot, he's gaining more and more confidence. He's now 5 for 5 from the field in the fourth.
And I'm not sure why his teammates wouldn't just keep getting him the ball at every opportunity. I mean, the way he's going out there, let him have it every trip.
And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Howard with a screen on DeRozan. Jones from outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for the Rockets.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming. But it was a big-time game for James Harden. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Dwight Howard at the line for one.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Rosen dishes to Hansbrough. Knocks down the 10-footer.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
And Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Three-pointer. And that one's good.
Patrick Patterson for three.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Kanan. So we see Houston taking the W here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, James, congratulations on the win tonight. What is the mindset of the team right now and the philosophy in your approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. You know, our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Well done. Certainly a great team effort. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.